Hello and welcome to all you Taurians. Here is your still happy birthday for some of you, of course. And May 2016. What is happening in May? Well, there is a bit of a continuation of last month, and my goodness, the emphasis is still on you. It's still on the Taurians. Isn't that nice? It's been a long time that there was such an emphasis on your sign. It's good. I hope it feels good for you. I hope you feel it. I hope you feel grounded. I hope you feel that your fire houses are activated, you Taurians out there. So I hope that you have the feeling that you can be just you. You can be you. It sounds easy, doesn't it? You can just be you, but it's not easy, isn't it? I know. I'm also human, but. So it's a good time in May to express yourself, to say what's on your heart, to have a hope for the future, to have a vision upon life. And why am I saying that? Because the grand Earth trine is continuing also in May, and actually it's even better because Mercury goes direct in your sign on the 23rd. So that means that, and it was already not a bad retrograde at all, because of the fact that Mercury in your sign of Taurus receives nice aspects from Pluto and Jupiter. So communication and the way that you communicate with other people, the way that you express yourself should be a little bit easier during this time. And count your blessings for that. And whatever you want to express, especially after the 23rd, it will be understood and it will be supported. And having that Earth trine in fire houses is fantastic, because Earth and fire, it's like the fire is the vision and it's your spirit, you could say, and Earth is the manifestation of it. So you can manifest what you envision and what you want, basically, and doing that in a very authentic Taurian kind of way. So this is good news for you Taurians, also especially because two players of that grand trine, Mercury and Jupiter, are going direct now in May. So Jupiter direct on the 10th, around the 10th, and Mercury going direct on, as I said, the 23rd. So you Taurians, you are out of all the 12 signs in general, and which is typical of Taurus, is that they are already quite grounded, already with the feet on the ground. Even if you would have, for instance, a very strong Neptune transit going on with you, still you are a Taurian. But now it's like emphasized that you do feel quite confident as well. Confident to show who you are and, take it or leave it, that kind of energy there. So that's good. There's also a new moon in your sign. So that's on the 6th, and it's on 16 degrees of Taurus. So if you've got planets or a sun or a moon or an ascendant around 16 degrees, you will feel it the most, that you've got like a new start. Fresh start, new beginning. You present yourself differently, or you have thought about how you can change the way that you come across towards other people. And off you go. It's like you're making a new commitment with yourself. You're having carte blanche, they say in French. And that's good, that's nice. Now, there is a clash between Jupiter and Saturn. So this is something challenging, happening throughout the whole month. And Jupiter is where we want to grow, Saturn is where we want to stay. So in itself, these are contradictory planets, but they also are in a hard aspect clashing towards each other. Now, this is eased up a little bit, because this Jupiter that is clashing Saturn, this Jupiter is at the same time making those beautiful aspects with the trines. So it's not that bad. But there is a bit of a growth going on that you prefer were a bit quicker. That's basically it. Jupiter square Saturn is slow growth. It's growth, but it's slow. And there's a fear to grow as well. And for you, it is on it is on a level of, how do I explain this at its best? It's on a level of, because this Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is in your 5th house. So the planet of expansion is in Virgo, in your 5th house. So this is how you want to grow when it comes to your self-expression, when it comes to romance, when it comes to your own enjoyment. That is a part of you that wants to grow. But it's clashing with Saturn in the 8th house. So that could mean, for instance, it's clashing with money. Maybe going too much of your hobbies, too much money. And maybe money of your spouse. Or in other terms, it could mean that you feel a bit restricted when it comes to intimacy. But on the other hand, you want to be very you in your romantic life. So, and that clashes. So there is, you want to expand, you want to grow, you want to show your heart, but at the same time, you're a bit fearful of doing that, which is very human-like, I think. So the more vulnerability we feel in relationships, the more risk that we feel, and the more, certainly with Saturn in the 8th, so it may not always be easy to be intimate, easy to show who you really are. But there's nothing better than that once you can accomplish that in a relationship, in a true, beautiful, real relationship. So it could be a bit of a clash going on there, but nevertheless, I think you figure that out with all the good energy going on that I just mentioned. And another thing, last but not least, is the full moon. And I mentioned this, it's not in your sign or anything, but it's conjunct Vesta. And Vesta is a little asteroid. And a little asteroid that is all about commitment, devotion, focus, self-respect. And that is conjunct the sun on the full moon on the 21st. So there will be a full moon in Gemini, which is for you. Again, it's the houses of value. It's your 2nd house. So there is like some dedication, focus when it comes to your sense of self and your self-worth, your values, what you value. For instance, you think astrology important for me, but then you live with someone who doesn't think that is important at all. So it can be something, it's a simple example, I know, but a clash like that, a clash in values, or a culmination of not necessarily a clash, but something that your values and values of someone else is really in opposition. And the trick is to, instead of being confronting and no, this is what I am and this is what you are, but you need to be like me or they need to be like you, that's not going to work, because this opposition shows that there needs to be a bit of a balance there. You've got your values and that's okay, they've got theirs, and trying to sort that out and to respect each other. So and it's only on the 21st, of course, but it continues because there will be this Mercury going direct 2 days after the full moon. So it's quite significant. So dedicate yourself towards what you think is very valuable, but that doesn't mean to say that you have to impose it onto others, or the other way around. It doesn't mean to say that someone else's values who clash with yours, they need to impose it on yours. It's a lot of doing these things here. Anyways, I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope this is a good month for you, Taurians. Enjoy it. Truly enjoy that self-expression that you have there, that goes smoothlier. And thank you for watching, and see you next month. Bye-bye.